Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Luke with Premium Aquatics here with the tank. Hope you're having a great week. Thank you so much for stopping by. Before we get into it, like the video. Come on. No, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We're looking at something very, I feel like I say this all the time, very simple, very easy. It's not a piece of equipment, anything like that. So let's go ahead, jump right into it. Come on. Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at something for your fish. Semi-corals, but mainly for your fish. And that is fish food. So right now I'm still feeding Sustainable Aquatics hatchery diet food, as well as a little bit of mixture of flake. But we just started carrying a new food that I want to test out. Looks kind of interesting, especially the one. And we'll go over it here in a second. But that is, bam, V2O. I've got two different types. I accidentally got the same type, but different sizing. I thought I had grabbed a different one, but apparently I didn't, so shame on me. So we'll look at both of these products here, and that is the V2O New Vision. Really excited to try these out, so we'll open them up, test out them on the fish, and see if they like it. We'll talk about these first, which is the Krill Plus. I don't do a lot of krill stuff, but they utilize krill actually in both of these, which obviously most fish food probably has some sort of krill on it. So the really cool thing about this, these two Krill plus some of the others here, and this other one that I have, is that on the outside of these pellets, they use a 100% Antarctica krill oil and krill particles, and it's covered in this to help, you know, attract the fish and get them to eating it, which we know can be a huge hassle with certain fish that are super picky. So if you have one, might be something to take a look at. On this particular one, the Krill Plus, I have it in 1.2 or 2.4. It is a sinking pellet, and what I'll do is I'll get you in here close, and so you can see the differences in the pellet size, and you can actually, if you look at it close enough, and I don't know if I'll get it to focus, but you can see the particles on the outside of the pellets, which is really cool and neat that they do that. So hopefully that'll really help attract those picky fish and make sure they're taking this pellets. I think my fish are going to love it. There's a whole slew of ingredients, so I'm not going to read that off to you. Go and check it out. I'll put a link in the description as always. But a whole slew of great ingredients, vitamins, minerals, omega-3 fatty acids, the generals. So this one is going to have a ton of benefit to your fish. So let me point you down here so you can see the differences between the two. So here are both foods. You can really see the difference in sizing, 1.2 and 2.4, so we're double the size in pellets, but you can definitely see this coating all around. So then the other food that I got from V2O, which I'm really pumped about, is again with New Vision, but this is a pellet flake mixture. There are 4 different types of pellets that they utilize in here, 2 different types of flakes, and they churn it all together, make it really nice and mixed up. And I'm super excited because I do feed pellet and flake right now, so I like that everything's just all in one. I can just, bam, pour it, take a pinch, and I get a little bit of everything. The nice thing about this is most systems don't just have one type of fish that like to eat at the top, or eat at the bottom, or eat in the middle. They eat wherever. So this has a little bit of mixture of everything. Stuff that'll float on the top with the flakes, then it'll sink. Pellets that will sit there for a little bit, then sink. You know, so you're gonna have a wide range of distribution of food all throughout your system, which I personally like. My fish, I've got fish, the damsels, they like to eat at the bottom. The wrasse and the clownfish go to the top normally. So it's nice to have that separated out so they're not all fighting in one location, because I guarantee you my male clownfish will go nowhere near any of these fish when they're eating, because they just push them away and you know, bully them. And so right now what I have to do is I put food in this corner of the tank to get the mass going, and then I throw a little bit of food over here for him to eat. And it's kind of comical, but that's what I do right now. So this can maybe kind of help eliminate that need, because it's going to separate out a little bit more. Obviously be careful with your you know, your surface skimming and your overflow, because the flakes could get eaten up very quickly, so you might put it in feed mode. But I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to use it. I think the fish are going to love it, especially with that, again, that krill. I just think it's really neat to have that. This does also have live probiotics, And so one great thing about this food and their process is they do cold press it, so it doesn't get above a certain degree in temperature when they're making everything, which preserves those probiotics, some of the vitamins, and all these delicate ingredients that they're using with this food, so it preserves it for our fish. So that's really cool that they go that extra mile and that extra step, so that way we're getting as good an end product as possible for our aquarium and our fish. So hard to argue that one. So here is the mixture, and I'll pour it out on this white disc so you can kind of see it a little bit better on the lid. But you can just see how it's mixed in really nicely. Tons of flakes, tons of pellets, a really even distribution. All the pellets and flakes haven't separated out, which is super important, obviously. If you want to have a mixture of food, it doesn't do as much good if they're all separated out by the time it gets to you. So, but obviously you could always just mix it up, so not a big deal. But really cool, I like that, and I'm already feeding flake and pellet, so it's nice to have it all in one. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you today. Go check it out. I am very excited to try this. I will actually pull you off here, put you next to the aquarium, and I'm going to feed some of this mixture for you so you can see it in action for my fish. Again, I don't have a ton of fish, but I'm sure they're going to go for it very quickly. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great, happy, healthy weekend. And like always, like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. I appreciate you. Check out the link in the description below. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.